Have you ever wondered how to make one of those Fortnite Tycoon maps that makes hundreds of thousands of dollars every single day? Well, the most important thing is, of course, your creativity. But if you think you are creative enough, the only thing that is going to limit you is the Tycoon kit of your choice, also known as a Tycoon Manager device. A Tycoon Manager is a very advanced verse device that manages everything in an average Tycoon Fortnite map. For example, the levels and the money. But naturally, you wanted to make an outstanding Fortnite Tycoon, not something average. In that case, you will need a top-of-the-line Tycoon Manager, the UEFN Scripts Tycoon Manager. This manager is very popular in the Fortnite Tycoon community. One of the reasons is that it was the first publicly available Tycoon Manager for sale, guaranteeing both experience and reliability. It's also known for its customization and how easy it is to set up it. It's used by some of the biggest UEFN Tycoon creators and Fortnite Pro players, and their maps already made thousands of dollars, making their money back in mere hours. Now let me show you how easy it is to make a Fortnite Tycoon using the UEFN Scripts Tycoon Manager. Firstly, place the device into your map, then set up the UI of the Tycoon. You can do this by creating a widget blueprint. The UEFN Scripts Tycoon Manager allows you to create your Tycoon Money UI simply by creating an UMG widget, which allows you to fully customize the position, color, and outline of the text, unlike others, where you can change only the position and color. This also allows you to align the background images with the text a lot easier. After you've created the widget, simply create a HUD message device, select the widget you just created, and insert the device into the manager. The UEFN Scripts Manager uses a template approach for the text options, which allows you to stand unique compared to others using the same manager. Now let's look into the advanced options. The Dev Mode option reports any mistakes that you made when you were setting up the levels and allows you to easily fix them. In number format syntax, you can select how players' money are formatted. You can choose either comma, which is by default, or metric prefix. The Player Reset Trigger is a trigger device that force resets a player's Tycoon once triggered, which is handy for testing. Of course, this option is optional, just like most of them. The Bought VFX is a Niagara particle effect that plays after a successful level purchase. You can also select a custom bought VFX for each level if desired. Again, it's all optional. Of course, the UEFN Scripts Tycoon Manager also has animation support built in. You can enable animations simply by changing the animation type option from none to the animation of your choice. For example, top to bottom. All the animations are fully customizable as well. You can change the time, what to be animated, and even select custom animation for each level. Now let's talk about money, aka currencies. Unlike others, you can create as many currencies as you want. Just simply click the plus button. You can enable ATM for each currency if you want. You can have as much ATMs as you can. As mentioned before, all texts use template approach, which allows you to fully customize the preview of each text. Now let's talk about currency managers. This is a unique feature that only the UEFN Scripts Tycoon Manager has. There are currently 5 types of currency managers. Add, which adds X money into user's balance. Subtract, which subtracts money. Subtract and check, which subtracts money from the user. And if he has enough, the action trigger will get triggered with success. So unlike our competitors, where you can use only their mini-games with their own managers, the UEFN Scripts Tycoon Manager can be used with any third-party scripts without any issues. If you want to use even more advanced third-party scripts, you can use the public Verse API that the manager has, which expands the possibilities to infinity. Next up is the Rebirth System that can be enabled by simply ticking the Enabled option. It's that simple. Of course, you can customize the text as well. You can set a rebirth target level, where the users won't be able to rebirth until they reach the target level, and they will see a progress on how much they have completed until they reach the target level. You can have a rebirth multiplier, which multiplies the money players are earning each rebirth. You can even preserve certain currencies even after a player rebirths. You can use the currency managers with rebirths as well. Regarding persistence, Saving players' data is made as easy as possible. Simply just tick the Enabled option. Now players' data will be saved and automatically loaded once they join back. But we ain't here to mess around, so we push the limits of customization, allowing you to optionally save the levels, currencies, and rebirths separately. You can disable the auto-load option, so if a player has already saved data instead of being automatically loaded, there will be a prompt to ask the user if he wants to load his data or start from scratch. You can also fully customize the prompt with your own image and buttons. Then you have the saving type option, which is either instant or timer. If you select the timer option, the player's data won't be saved until the timer runs out. The UI and text of the timer are fully customizable as well. You can delete player saved data by using the Delete Player Data channel. Now let's talk about the main thing, the bases, even though we call them player lists. Firstly, we have a mutator device that makes the base claimed once a player enters it. Next is the indicator option, which is just an arrow that helps the user navigate to the next level they have to unlock. It's an optional option. In the main dish, the levels, level ID is a string option that you put and is used in unlock after, so the current level will show up after unlock after is purchased. We use a string level ID approach, unlike others who use numbers as IDs, which may not seem bad at first glance. But after you start making a map, you get confused really easy. Text levels are a lot more readable as well. Then we have currency and giving currency, which are pretty self-explanatory. Just put the IDs of the currencies that you want to get money from or give to. Then you have the price and the give money option, which is the amount the players are going to earn per second after they purchase the level. Next up is the trigger. This is the button itself. Once the player steps on it, he tries to purchase the level. Everything attached to the trigger will hide with it, so you can make your own custom button and price images. Then just simply attach them to the trigger. The animations work with everything attached as well. The parent is an optional prop that shows up after the player successfully purchases the level. Once again, this prop could act as a parent, and you could put it below the island. Then all the children that are attached to it will show correspondingly with animations as well. Unlike others where you have to convert each of your asset to a prop and put every single asset into the manager, which takes a lot more memory, our one uses one single prop and everything attached to it, including static meshes, props, particles, and devices, will move with it. Next is the bot trigger. Another unique option of our manager, the bot trigger triggers. Once the level is successfully purchased, you could use this to give the player a custom VFX or give him a car, for example. Now let's deep into the advanced options of levels. The first option, multiply give money by, is just like the give money one. But instead of adding money per second, it multiplies them. Then we have cinematics and VFX's options, which are cinematic sequence and VFX spawner devices that will play once the level is successfully purchased, could be used to open custom doors or Niagara-based droppers, for example. The accolade option is what it says, grants XP to the player once they purchase the level. The take money option is to decide if you want to subtract the price from user's balance or not. It's on by default. And lastly, you have the hide levels option, where you put level IDs that will hide once you purchase the current level. Could be used for upgrades, for example. Once you get access to the Tycoon kit, you will get access to detailed video tutorials on most topics related to Tycoons, private support channel where you can directly ask the developers for help. You can even request custom features added into the manager via requesting it in the corresponding channel. Lastly, you download the manager files from the main channel. You can see what has changed and some sneak peeks for future versions in there as well. Now, you are probably thinking that all this sounds too good and there should be a catch, right? Well, no, there isn't any. Creating Tycoon maps was never easy as it is right now. You can find the UEFN Scripts Tycoon Manager by joining in our Discord server or contacting us via Twitter. In order to obtain access, there is a fee of $300. That number might sound crazy for a Versus script, but a wise man once said, you have to spend money to make money. Also considering you can easily multiply this number by 10, and this is both the easiest to use and the most advanced manager available, It's not that bad, especially compared to our competition, who are selling theirs for higher prices while offering less value. But wait, there's more. By joining our Discord server, you'll find even more useful UEFN content. We're going to release both free and paid minigames that you can use in your own tycoons, even if you don't use our manager. Our scripts are always compatible with others. In the next update, our manager will introduce a host of new features, including the first manager that has full co-op support, animations, and memory optimizations, which will save an average of 20,000 memory. However, this will come with a price increase to $500. So what are you waiting for?